Okay, let's get right into this game. I have a really fun game for you today. I am playing as the Bulgarians myself, and we have NewMy as my teammate. He's playing as the Britons over in the green, larger power, playing as the Magyars, and I'm just gonna call him Hums. Hums is playing as the Franks over here. And I'm Bulgarians, and you know what that means. I am going to go for my no loom men at arm rush. This is on ranked, so should be relatively balanced. Numai is a newer player, but man, did we have fun playing a couple of games. Uh, we did lose our first game on Arena, but it was just a blast and a half. And I think you guys would really enjoy this game as well. This is on Crater, one of the more aggressive maps. You have gold all around your base. You have the relics in the center. Lithuanian's also really nice. I think Hums would have actually maybe slightly been better off picking Huns, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a caster. And the wood is definitely going to be a problem. So if you do have that wood, it's quite hard to wall and very easy to get raided. And yeah, right now we're just looking at Dark Age. So just Dark Age things. I like to do my 6 on food and 4 on wood, or sometimes you want to do 3, and it looks like Numai is going out for wood himself. Oh no, Numai, I forgot about this. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to embarrass you on the internet. I did lose a, a bill to a board. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Don't really agree with chopping stragglers in the beginning. I think you're much better just to go for that wood out here. Looks like blue is doing the same thing. This is kind of an awkward map because the wood is so far away, but I do think that going for those earlier lumber camps is slightly better. And oh no, don't Jeffrey it. Don't walk right into the TC. Come on, Poop Lord, you're better than this. Oh, I do manage to just barely dodge that TC over there. Meanwhile, going for the mill. There's only one boar here, so I say, okay, blue is here. NewMy and I are talking on Discord. I think it's really good when you play to basically be talking to each other, communicating, saying, hey, this is over here, this is over there. And it looks like blue is going to go for some... Oh, kills 2 of them? Oh, and then goes for the mill. Okay, fair enough. Oh, all of these idols over here. Meanwhile, Numai is killing a sheep one by one. Very nice. Numai is an old school player. He used to play back in the day. You know, it's just cool stuff. It's people from all around the world. People from the US, people from Asia, people from Europe. I mean, I've cast a Humbour game. He's from South Africa, so people are all over the place. We have a little bit of Skype fighting going on, but I'm not really trying to fight over here. I'm just trying to walk around and explore. And a little bit about the build here. So the idea is I won't get loom. I will go to fuel right away, and I will pop militia out of my barracks. Boom! As soon as feudal is there, I will have 5 men at arms ready to go, and that's because Bulgarians get that upgrade for free. So that can be really powerful. You can see Numai is already getting loom. Other players might also be getting loom around this time. And yeah, just a lot of fun to play with people from all around the world. And I definitely recommend that for everyone. Interesting mill position. Didn't want to put it here. I like putting a mill over here and then shooting the deer. But I mean, everybody has their own preference. This is a lot for walking distance. Maybe I should have done the same as Hums did. But, you know, hindsight 2020. It's not too serious. We have some houses being built, some wood being chopped. That is a lot on wood, Numai, if you're watching this, which you probably will at some point. I think 4 on wood in Dark Age is totally fine, but he is getting those deer, so that's very nice. That's going to give him a lot of food income. Already building farms is larger power, and I don't really agree with that. He has all of this on. Oh, 2 mills. Okay, 2 mills is collecting tons and tons of food. Farms do give you the quickest food income, but it's also a pretty big investment to do that in Dark Age. I think it's better to get. And here are the militia already being built. I am up to few already, and the idea is just to build as many militia as possible. I'm a little short on food, so I think I click some of my villagers back, yeah, to hand in that food, even though they haven't collected all of it yet, just so that I can keep that militia production up. Looks like green is scouting NewMy as well. And we're up against 2 cav sips, so as long as we have a whole bunch of spearmen, we should theoretically be okay. And this strategy is so all in because you don't have looms, so my villagers could be sniped so easily. But that being said, you don't play Age of Empires just to win. You play Age of Empires to have a good time. I do have 2 on gold now, so I can potentially build even more militia than just the 5 with the initial gold, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep producing militia here just to put a whole bunch of pressure. I know I'm focusing on my strategy a little bit here, but that is what is happening at this point and time. Everybody does seem to be up around the same time. 93% for NewMy, 93, 89, so pretty close. I'm going straight for the tower here, and I'm hoping that he does see this. And then, surprise! Surprise! There's 5 men-at-arms here to deny, and I'm just going to try and keep my villager alive, keep him safe. And it doesn't look like I actually managed to kill any of his villagers. Oh, that one just barely escapes. And now I can deny his wood over here. And we're just going to try and find as much damage as we possibly can with these 6 men-at-arms. Scouring if there's anyone on wood still left. Doesn't look like there is. Meanwhile, it looks like both players are scouting NewMy, so that could be quite dangerous for him. Probably going to get attacked fairly soon. I mean, I played this game, so I kind of know what happens in this game. But if you see 2 scouts at your base, that's a warning sign right there that you are probably going to be attacked. And these men-at-arms, ooh, there's a lot of them at this point. 8 men-at-arms over here. They're going to try and get some damage. We're going to try and stay away from the TC as much as we can. But I'm honestly not very good at micro, and these 2 villagers, they kind of got stuck in here. Oh, don't lose that one over here. Alright, very nice. Keeping them alive. Do we still have 8? We still have 8. I also decided to build some spearmen with them, just in case scouts were going to come my way. Looking at our players, we have spearmen being built, and oh man, the amount of idle time that these 8 men-at-arms have created, I think it definitely justifies. He's going to go for a woodline over here, it seems like. And he doesn't have any food income at this time, so this is pretty detrimental for him. I'm also walling in my tower. You always want to wall in your towers, just in case. I don't think I was aware of this, because if I was, I would have definitely sent that army over there. Still scouting over here, going for that archery range as Britain's makes a lot of sense. And it looks like green is going to go into scouts. Already has a whole bunch of scouts, so these scouts could be popping up at my base, which would be absolutely detrimental. Do I have loom on these guys? I do have loom finally. Do we have houses being built? Okay, she's building a house at her leisure. And just chasing this around. That spearman looks like he's going to go down, but backup has arrived. Uh-oh. And killing villagers from blue left and right. This is doing tons and tons of damage. We realized that he was building a tower over here as well. Tried to deny that with my man-at-arms. I think it's slightly out of range. That's really unfortunate for him. Should have built that just a little bit back. I think the range that is basically just in settings really helps. Now he's built a tower here, knowing that the pressure might come over at that point. And here come these scouts trying to do as much damage to NewMy as possible. And this might be pretty painful. And the villagers do realize, so they're gonna run away. And yeah, this is he told me during the game, he was like, oh man, I should have built those. And the bell is rung and gets 1, so that's not too bad damage over here. Meanwhile, over here, I do realize that the tower's up over there. I'm like, you know what, probably not gonna get too much more value out of them. And I was actually able to run around here, so that was kind of surprising. Trying to get as much damage done as I can there. And oh, the woodcutters are found. Spearmen are being produced now, and oof, this is rough for NewMy. If he had the farms around his TC, that would have been a lot better, I think. And that Spearman now finally getting in there, doing some damage. Are they gonna garrison? Come on! No, NewMy! They do garrison. Do they garrison? Oh, NewMy, come on, man. Okay, there. The emergency button has been pressed. But NewMy definitely redeems himself in the later game. He definitely pulls the team, which you will see a little bit later on. And just a really fun game, really fun strats. I also think Bulgarians and Britons complement each other very, very nicely. You have range units, and that villager is roasted. These men-at-arms have killed so many villagers already. And that looks pretty good. That's a lot of dead scouts, but now these villagers have to go back, and this farm eco is still quite open. Meanwhile, my base is completely open as well, but at least I put them around the TC just to try and keep them safe for a little bit longer. Walling in my wood line because NewMy had told me that there are scouts on the prowl. This Spearman not doing anything, and I did eventually lose all this. He fought this off. I said, watch out! Watch out! But now, no more damage to be done at NewMy's base. He has plenty of spears around, and these scouts are going to head right over to my base, sadly. That's actually what you gotta do with scouts, is just flop back and forth between your two enemies, and I have nothing for this. I have absolutely nothing, so I might get decimated myself over here as well, especially the stone. I was like, oh, what's going on? You know, should I be building? Oh no, I've played. They're not here anymore. And I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. So I quickly garrison, but these guys already have that defense upgrade. Very smart choice to get that defense upgrade, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, we quickly need to get a black barracks in order to, and this villager has been idle forever. Thank you very much, woman. And yeah, this is already really tough for blue because he has to go all the way over here for his wood, and this is not efficient. She's actually repairing the lumber yard instead of taking resources from it. The scouts looking for my wood line, but they will soon find that I have walled my villagers in. I like to go for small walls rather than big walls, and thankfully NewMy is here to protect my villagers with his spearmen. Very nice of him. And they are gonna try and attack me over here, but thankfully you can wall this out quite easily. I think I realize. Come on, Poop Lord. Yeah, there we go. So I built a nice little house over there, and I actually have my my lumber camp protected over here. It's called a lumber yard earlier, and I'm going to build another house over here. It's going to be a little bit less efficient for sure, but at least they're safe. Rather safe than sorry. And now I have my own spearmen coming out over here to stop any aggression. Meanwhile, blue is booming back up, our Franks player, and once again, 2 civs that go cav. This lumber camp is getting less and less efficient as time goes on. Looks like he's going for a circular base, not a bad decision from him at all. And now these scouts have to run away. Again, probably going to just cycle him back to NewMy, so that might be unfortunate for him. Definitely needs to wall this over here. He does have tons and tons of spears, so he'll probably be okay in the long run. And Castle Age was reached by myself, and both green and red are Castle Age as well. Blue has been set back to the Stone Age, so this definitely bought us a whole bunch of time to kind of get to our ultimate compositions. I actually have enough stone now for a Krepos. Do I decide to build a Krepos somewhere? Okay, I do over here, and then I think maybe another one over here? No, I'm gonna go for a forward Krepos. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that main goal, try and stop blue. And the spearmen are now here. It looks like 1 or 2 villagers did go down. Really tough to deal with, but those spearmen should clear this up eventually. Meanwhile, blue is having a tough go around. Really doesn't know where or what he is going to do at this point. Let me take a little sip here of the soda. Oh yeah, I said I don't need these spearmen over here. I have Krepos up now at this point on my most important resources. That should be fine. And I said, look, we're going to go over here. We're going to push from this side. Green is our biggest threat because blue has been put quite back. He is only in Feudal Age. Castle Age has now been reached by green. And we are going to build that Krepos right on the front of his base. And if you really want to drive something home, I really recommend building that siege workshop just to take down their buildings. That's always very, very useful. And these scouts just being annoying, but thankfully the spearmen are now here in the woodline, and that's actually quite a good engagement for NewMy. Yeah, he might lose another villager or whatnot, but finally these scouts are deaded. And this Krepos isn't is not doing a whole lot, but that's okay. It doesn't need to do a whole lot. It's just a launching point. And actually, I think I'm gonna just take his main gold at this point. I was thinking I could take his main gold, yeah, and I can ram down these buildings around it, and that should give me a pretty good avenue for attack. Meanwhile, NewMy is booming up at home. He has plenty of spearmen now to protect. TC on the woodline, very smart from him. I say, okay, let's push over on this direction. Meanwhile, Blue, he's having a tough go around. Even built another tower. I don't think this tower was necessarily necessary. The aggression had already stopped, and I was just building more towers in his base to make it difficult for him to take resources. I didn't really think this was going to achieve a whole lot, but whatever resources I can deny, give us an avenue for attack later on. I think that's eventually going to take down the mining camp. And yeah, this is the idea. A lot of these villagers are idle because they can't really mine the gold very well. Nice job, Poop Lord. And now archers are being built to try and keep this army out, but this is already open at this point. Once I have another 350 stone, I can definitely start pushing forwards on this quite easily. Looks like armor upgrade for the spearmen is coming in. We have pikemen coming in from me to counter any of these knights. A lot of knights actually going for elite skirm. I quite like that play to kill all of these spearmen. He did see a whole bunch of spearmen here, 10 to be exact, and trying to do some harassing with this conic, but it just attacked the house instead. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, why attack villagers if you can attack a house? And it does have a whole bunch of stuff in here, I think, and they should just hop out and be annoying. I'm trying to create some space to get this, and let's see if this conic can get a villager over here. Oh, I didn't realize that he was attacking the other one. Clicks the bell, unclicks the bell. Just trying to find whatever damage I can do with minimal resources. Trying to make some space for my villagers. They are relatively well protected. Maybe not against skirmishers, but at least against knights and stuff like that. And this ram does look like it's going to go down, but I really wanted to keep it up, so... Oh, no, it saves life. Knights now coming out. It looks like Blue is eventually going to make it to castle. Trying to do damage with these conics. But I realized that there's a whole bunch of skirms back here, and that TC really did a whole bunch of work. No defense upgrades. Really should get more defense upgrades on my conics, but I didn't really have the resources to do that. And these spearmen, man, these spearmen are doing work up front. And now all the knights pop out. Uh-oh. And he has these skirmishers to back this up, so that's not good. And knights all around my Krepo is going to kill all these villagers, trying to keep this up, but that's not going to work out too well for me. Meanwhile, Blue is just trying to boom back into this game. I'm trying to get some eco going myself over here. I say, hey, NewMy, come on, help, help, help! This is nice, though. I can definitely kill a bunch of these skirmishers. And I definitely need to get murder holes, the most OP tech in all of Age of Empires. Look at how many skirmishers this Krepos just took out, though. That's very nice. Only 3 of those 10 villagers actually made it out. This forward attack has done more damage to myself than to my opponent, but that's okay. And now, NewMy, he has all of those pointy boys. He's going to save my Krepos over here, because this Krepos could definitely be taken out. And Blue has really been taken out by that attack. And there we go. We're going to be able to push those away. It does get 2 of them, but the rest run away. And come on, Krepos, why are you firing at the house? Definitely don't want that to happen. Just trying to keep this area safe for as long as possible. We do now have enough stone for another Krepos, so I try and go for a greedy one over here. That's maybe a little bit too greedy. It's just barely on the range of that. And I go for TC because I want to keep this forward pressure. I want to keep producing villagers over here. I say, hey, can you try and protect this to the best of your ability? Meanwhile, in the back, we have some raids coming in from Blue now. Blue's not out of this game. he has boomed back into it, and I don't have enough spearmen here, so we ring the bell. Whatever. This Crepo is going to be idle forever. Don't look at that. That is not a thing that I did, okay? Don't worry about that. But we do have this nice forward base, but man, the skirmishers are doing work over here. And this might be denied, and my 2 forward villagers, they might go down at this point. I did pop this one out. That was probably a poor decision. Should have probably kept that in there. And this one villager, ooh, save her! And this guy is going to go down as well. So now I'm in kind of an awkward spot where I can't really do very much about the aggression. I can't progress my aggression. And meanwhile, I was able to clear nothing out yet. There's 4 knights ramming on this one palisade wall. If this gets through, that could be detrimental. There are 8 villagers behind here. That's a whole chunk of my eco, considering I'm only at 48 pop. And these villagers are going to run and try and complete this over here. I am trying to just... Oh yeah, Mango! Come on, Mango! Mango just tricks these skirmishers into coming closer. Doesn't actually kill any of them himself, but just tricks into coming into the Crepos. And now I do have enough to defend him. Ooh, that was pretty close. That could have been disastrous. And I'm just building Crepos all over my base just to keep it safe. Whatever you do, okay, just close your eyes. Close your eyes. Please. Please close your eyes. Nothing. Just put your hand on the screen. Nothing is going on over here. I am trying to finish up this TC. And say, okay, we should definitely push over here. Now the archers are coming in as well, which is very nice. Green building a castle here. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Doesn't seem like he has a whole bunch of knights around it. And here comes NewMy with the clutch, denying this castle. And I'm happy that I sent those additional villagers because that woman did go down. Now I have an outlet. We're going to try and get this Crepo stuff. That castle is denied. Quickly start building some rams just to ram that down. I had to pause the game for just a second because I had an annoying pop-up on my screen. Meanwhile, over here, absolute devastation in NewMy's base. Didn't wall, nor do I wall. We're not waller boys, okay? We're not waller boys. It does have some pikemen here to defend, but these villagers could get picked off. And ooh, I don't think he's realized this over here. Definitely a lot of villagers dying right here. We're going to just look away from that as that castle does go down. That villager goes down as well. It's just chaos all over the place. Has he now realized over here? No. Oh, devastation on the wood line. That is terrible. Definitely needs to build a whole bunch more villagers. And oh, this doesn't garrison either. That's really, really unfortunate for Minu. Hum's definitely doing a lot of work. Was in a really, really tough spot, but did a great job getting back into this game. Gotta give him props for that. And I have some knights over here that are attacking my rams, and thankfully Minu is over here and saying, I'm gonna help you defend over here. Build some Crepos all over, because we don't really want a wall. We just want to defend our resources. So I think having some Crepos in this base would be nice. I said, watch out. And nice micro from him, honestly, to keep those archer numbers alive. If you have a lot of archers, they do a lot. If you don't, then it's absolutely detrimental. So I realized, because I sent Conic in over here, that he had tons and tons of skirms, 22 skirms, probably thinking Britain's just going to go archers. Yeah, once again letting him know. And he actually grabs all the relics. That is pro right there. This is going to be taken down, and at some point I'm going to have to deal with this coming forwards towards my base. Let's try and go for a little bit of a counterattack, but thankfully I have some Conics that I've built up. Also have 2 Crepos over here. And say, watch out, he's coming for you. And we managed to fight this off just barely. More Conics coming in from my base. They have to travel quite a long distance, so that's why I built these 2 forward production buildings over here. Getting some upgrades for them finally, +1/+1. A little slow on those upgrades for sure. Maybe should have had those a little bit earlier. And I know that these skirmishers are here. I've seen them before, so we're going to go hunting for them. And we also know that there's tons of villagers around, so I might as well. And this is going to eventually get taken down, so I'm also putting those Conics here just to clear those up. I say I'm pushing and pushing and pushing. Another castle over here. That could be denied. That's a very ballsy castle from larger power. And this is a good fight, even though I'm completely outnumbered. Those skirms are not doing very much, and more Conics are streaming in. Blue is meanwhile pushing over here, but kind of ran into a Krepos. That's why you build those Krepos. And I'm just putting some pointy boys just to attack these knights. I can get pretty efficient trades there. Another TC going up over here, castle going up over here. I don't think we've realized that yet. And if that castle does go up, that could mean disaster, but this TC is going to be denied as well. And green is looking like he's in a very, very, very rough position at this time. I know that there's maybe some gold miners over here, so I send these over. And we now realize, uh-oh, there's a castle over here. Gotta deny that. Gotta get these villagers off of that. And ooh, NewMy with the clutch save. Maybe? One vill left. Only one vill left. Gotta stop him. There's one villager. Come on. That castle's almost up. And he does manage to stop it. Very, very fortunate for us there. Rams, if you don't have army, absolutely worthless. You gotta be able to protect your rams. We're just taking this down over here. Cleared up that gold for the most part. And green is absolutely in a rough spot right now. He does have this back area over here. But his main base is devastated. Meanwhile, I'm coming out with the rams to not let NewMy's good work go to waste. I say, okay, blue's pushing over here. Thankfully, I had built up some spearmen and some conics to stop that. Definitely don't want to go let your castles or Krepos go down for free. And we have quite a bit of TCs. 2 TCs at the moment. Could build another one on gold. And blue is not planning on going quietly, nor is green. I do really have a lot of respect for these players because the score is definitely not in their favor at this time. And we're just going to start ramming down the resources. Really should use these 2 rams to take down these buildings because they're still getting a lot of benefit from them. And definitely should not be attacking these farms. Actually, I should be taking these farms by means of villagers over here and building my own mill. Meanwhile, NewMy is home. I'm building another Krepos over here. Sorry, I'm just pausing for dramatic effect because I'm definitely not building another Krepos over here. There's no villagers heading over here. I wonder if it's like one of these stone piles that shift clicked over here. Yeah, it is. So once 43 stone has been mined, then and meanwhile we have a fight over here on the front. That's a pretty good fight if I do say so myself. Although now he has to kite back to this Arbalest coming in now. I do have a bunch of pointy boys here. Oh man, I definitely did not do work over here. Now I say, oh sorry, I still have units here that can do some work. And blue is just so far behind from that initial Bulgarian rush. And NewMy is up to Imperial. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Is microing nicely with the range. Very hard to get rid of those. And I'm just tossing away units left and right. But thankfully there's still 11 arbs here and they are protecting my conics very, very nicely. And at this point it's looking quite good for us. We did finally manage to, that stone was mine. Did manage to protect this. I'm also just taking NewMy's resources, which I guess is kind of VM, but he wasn't really taking them. He didn't really need to. I wonder where he's taking gold actually at this time. And he actually gave me enough food to go up, so that was really, really clutch. Although then I was like, you know what, I think we can just push it home. Don't think we need to. Just keep making arbs, just keep sending them over here. Let's keep blue busy as long as possible. And we're definitely getting some really, really good engagements. Meanwhile, when you have your teammate and yourself going here, that's pretty inefficient wood cutting. I say, okay, let's build a castle. Let's put it in their face, get them out of this game. And yeah, I just wanna say, really, really fun game. I didn't catch either of these castles. NewMy definitely did a lot of work on saving us there because my whole forward base could have been demolished if they were under that castle fire. And this one villager on 1 HP, man, what a job. You've been raided upon. And yeah, I did get this little forward thing going. I do have murder holes in this, so this is just a toss away of units from blue. That's really, really bad. He should have definitely not done this. That is, but now he's kind of committed. Now he feels like, oh, I have to. There's even a tower that's within range there. The forward villager did go down. I did build that over here, but this is just bad. Definitely don't want that to happen. And once again, if you are in a position where you are pushing forwards and you feel like you're winning the fights, build a siege workshop, get those rams up, and keep pushing, keep the pressure on. You don't want them to build a whole big army. You want them to lose production buildings and what not. I still haven't clicked up the imp. NewMy is here with the arbs. Wow, the range on these boys is ridiculous. 10 range, absolutely demolishing everything. That siege, or sorry, that mangonel can't even get close. Really clutch there from him. And yeah, it's such a fun game, to be honest with you. Eventually, we should be able to clear this up. Let's see what green is doing. Green has this whole back eco over here, and gotta refresh those lumber camps. Can't take any gold at the moment, and now finally my rams have been put to work, even though it's on farms. But you know what? It's better than taking out nothing. 2 villagers over here, very injured villagers. I did not notice this at all. I don't think NewMy noticed this either. And I'm just trying to do some raiding over here, trying to keep them occupied. I realize that green is out here. I see he has a TC over here. We can push that if we so choose. And just looking for some damage. And wow, that's a whole bunch of idle villagers right there. I don't think there's any gold. See, the main problem here is that blue has no hums, has no place to take gold. Checking if there's woodlines, and now all these villagers come over here. I should have definitely kept those conics there, but you know what? We're going to be doing some damage on this wood line anyway, and that's pretty good. These guys are +2/+2 at this point, maximum upgrades that they can get. I don't think I got, let me check if I built a stable. No, I will now tech into bloodlines. Definitely should have gotten that upgrade way earlier. And these rams are doing work, taking down stables, taking down markets, taking down everything. Universities, and wow, that's a whole bunch of arbs. 27 arbs now. That's not easy to fight, and yeah, I don't know why I decided to take this fight. This is definitely a bad fight. I guess I was kind of running around trying to raid, but that was bad. Thankfully, conics do stand up, and then they fall back down. We get back up just to fall back down. And wow, look at NewMy just coming in the clutch. Absolutely helped me to Imperial Age by sending me all of that food. Really nice plays from him. He has a really strong eco behind this. He has the main gold that's being taken, even protecting his archery ranges over here. And wow, that's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 archery ranges producing, not all the time, but producing arbs. Could refresh a lumber camp over here, but who cares? And I'm even like stealing his gold. I'm on 2 of his golds. So, NewMy, if you're watching this, I did not take any of your gold, okay? This is not happening. This is not happening either. This one is kind of nice, this Crepos. I knew that he was going to take his main gold, so I did try and protect that for him. And we just have so many arbs here. There's tons of arbs. There's tons of conics. And I have reached Imperial, and these guys are not giving up. Like, the score is heavily in NewMy. And look at this, even outranging a tower. Crazy. Okay, now he steps within range, but could take that out outside of range, and that's just melting, absolutely melting. I say, help, stop killing that tower. Kill all of these guys. And the funny thing is, he's not targeting he's not targeting the spearman at all. He's targeting whatever moves, which is hilarious. Getting some heals here from that monk. Definitely a lot of nice monk action. Not too many people get the monks, and all of these rams once again completely useless because they will absolutely get obliterated by the composition that is in front of them. You need army to protect that. I don't think going for rams was a good play. It's just a waste of resources. Getting Warwolf, I think. Is that Warwolf? Let's take a little look. Yeah, Warwolf is being researched, so those trebs are going to be 100% accurate. They do have a whole bunch of stuff to travel, and look at this. Green is like, you know what? We can still spam light cab, we can still do something, so larger power, respect. There are definitely games in which you can still do that. And wow, that was actually not a bad idea. Send the Rams in first and then get the Magno close enough to just get a bunch of good shots. But you definitely need Onager at this point. You definitely need Skirm, and absolutely everything is going to melt to these Arbs. Look at this, 58 Arbs. And look at the range of these guys. 11 range, absolutely murking everything. And we're just running around, doing some raiding over here. And these Rams. Am I building additional Rams? No, I just have the trebuchets to destroy. I'm just gonna yeah, you might as well, right? And now Green's turn to get absolutely obliterated by 58 Arbalists. Once you have 58 Arbalists, and I was really surprised that Larger Power and Hums didn't call the GG, but I will say respect to them. And this Grepos did stay up from pretty like mid game and whatnot. We have some Warwolves. Yeah, Warwolves coming in right now as well. I'm probably gonna go for this, but we can take this down pretty easily. And here come the counterattack. I said, oh, I'm shrubbing this down. I didn't realize, I actually clicked really close to these guys. But there are Crepos here. That's why you build the Crepos. Yeah. And we just ring the bell. And Crepos are going to be doing work. But there's a lot of light cav here. 32 and 4 knights. So that's a bunch. Splitting them out. Absolutely wrecking my eco. But at this point, it didn't matter. We knew that we had won this game. I mean, even taking all of these villagers out over here. And I think I send my guys back just to help clear this up. I don't want NewMy's eco to be destroyed any more than it has to be. And he does have those. Ooh, this might be destruction over here as well. Oh, goes for the TC. Should definitely garrison these guys. But didn't matter at this point. NewMy wasn't even concerned about it. He's like, yeah, whatever, man. Like we got this. I'll just send some more Arbs over here as he is Arbing this TC to death. That's what you can do with 57 Arbs. Now 57. Green managed to kill one. He did get the one. And once again, respect for Green and Blue for sticking in this game. But now the Conics are here as well. They're going to help clear this out a little bit. And at this point, we just have to hunt them down and destroy them. Getting the armor upgrade for dismounted Conics as well. I say, hey, I think there's a TC still over here. We can hit that. But at this point, Green is completely cleared out. And the GG is called. Super fun game. Got to do a fun strategy. I did ungarrison these villagers eventually. And NewMy, really fun playing with you, man. Thank you for taking down both those castles on the front here. That would have definitely been bad if those stayed up. And absolutely devastation, but you know, you gotta give respect to Larger Power and Hums for never giving up and for trying to the very bitter end. Even when they were 5,000 score behind, now it's 7,000 score, they decided to call it GG. And I think that adds to a lot of the fun in these games. It's not just, oh, I'm down 200 score, okay, let's just surrender. Oh, throw the towel in the ring. No, have some fun with it, you know? And military, very good KD. NewMy also very good KD over here. And those Rams really helped destroy a whole bunch of buildings for us. NewMy only lost one building. Wow, that's amazing. And economy, most food, most wood collected. I'm surprised he didn't collect the most gold. I was on all the golds. Stole some of NewMy's golds. Once again, my apologies for that. And let's take a look at the timeline. Yeah, you can see when we went into Green's base and absolutely demolished those Arbs, denying those two castles really helped out in that situation. And you can also see how Blue got really squeezed right when fuel. As soon as fuel hits, I already had all of those militia ready to turn into men-at-arms, so that really put some pressure on his eco. So he really wasn't able to get back into the game very well. But kudos for sticking in there and trying. And remember, guys, keep walking. keep walking. Just keep walking. Don't run. Walk. Thank you all so much for all the support. Really appreciate it.